Hello, day 10 for the filming myself talking to the camera challenge to get better. I know in the last video I wanted to kind of record me and my friend recording the podcast just so I could see like how comfortable I am. But I wanted to change this up a bit because as I was working, I was like, you know what? My wife and daughter are away right now and they're just at the park, and I figured let's record myself talking to the camera with me just talking normal. Yeah, this is how I feel like I could just speak louder, and I feel like I could talk a little bit more clearer. So that's why I forgot to start timing the 10 minutes. So let me just do that now. So that was just a quick intro. Yeah, so I've been thinking about the way I want to tell my story. I'm doing this one course on Skillshare, and it's just kind of talking about like the structures of how to make a story and how to come up with a story and the different archetypes and stuff. So I'm still like just getting into just getting into it right now. So I'm very excited to move forward with the next couple videos and talk a little bit more about myself. I did a piss poor job, to be honest. Like it's clear. Like I look at the other videos and I'm struggling. I don't really have a plan on what I'm talking about, and I figured, you know what, like let's plan this out. I want to make more of an effort to write and be prepared, because yesterday I had like a bit of like kind of like a layout of how I wanted to like have a script in the background in behind the camera, just so I could read and just kind of get familiarized with where this narrative or this video is going to go. This video is just a little bit unplanned, just because, yeah, again, I said my wife and my daughter are at the park, and I figured I could talk a little bit louder now that my daughter's not sleeping and it's the daytime. I'm super pumped to be filming this right now during the day alone. I feel like I just had this like nervous barrier of like my wife hearing me talking to myself in the basement, and it's, yeah, like I am still very self-conscious about filming these videos, just because it is just a different concept for me. And for me, being like a pretty anxious and introverted person, I just would rather just keep this to myself. Yeah, so yeah, I just really wanted to see how I spoke and talk to the camera, where I'm at like my most comfortable. In the last video, I was taking a couple B-roll shots of the snow that we had yesterday. I'm here in Canada, Ontario, Canada, and it was like rain, snowing, and I wanted to take a couple B-roll shots of just like snowflakes falling down. And I have a perennial garden in the works right now, and there's a couple perennial flowers that I left and I didn't cut back. I just like seeing the fall interest and just not seeing just a leveled ground. I like seeing the grasses and the different wildflowers just to keep them up for the birds and stuff. And it was just, I found it very interesting to see some snowflakes on them. So I went out there and I switched my camera. So this is a prime lens. It's a 23 millimeter, and I'm shooting on a Fuji X-T4. And so like I switched I switched the camera to manual focus just so I could get like some like blurry video, and then turned it to like to sharpen the video, to sharpen the thing that I wanted to capture. And I just thought it was like pretty cinematic looking, so I just wanted to take a couple test shots of that. And so I didn't switch my there's like this like pretty like low key switch on the focus ring, so I didn't switch that back. So when I looked back at the footage for video 9 or day 9 yesterday, it was blurry, and I feel like I was talking about some good stuff, and I didn't want to re-record it for the sake of just, you know what, like, I learned from this. I'm going to take this as an opportunity to learn. I'm still going to post it because I wanted to get to bed at a certain time. I feel like I keep talking about my bedtime just because I've been going to bed so late, and yeah, I just want to change it up. So I'm very excited to be filming this during the day alone and just feeling comfortable about it. Yeah, so the next steps would be, so just structuring my videos a bit more, like having like an actual thing to talk about, or subject I should say, and yeah, just making some changes. Like there's a couple things that I'm learning on DaVinci Resolve right now, and the one thing I've learned was to kind of save my color grading and stills and applying it to these videos that I'm filming now, because I basically like I color graded I think it was like day 2 or day 3 for the first time ever, and it was after watching a YouTube video tutorial about it. And yeah, so like the next videos after that, after I learned it, like I just kept pulling up that same old video and like copying pasting the nodes into the new video. And I just felt like there's got to be like an easier way to like have like a preset or something, because like I'm kind of familiar with the color grading, because like the editing aspect of it is kind of like photography, I guess, like in a sense. So I had that background, and yeah, so like I was able to save the stills, apply them into these new nodes now. So like I'm starting to develop like this like video editing workflow, and now I'm like getting familiar with like how to put the backtrack and like lower the volume into to apply to all the tracks that I'm putting in the background, instead of like scrolling and going to each track and just lowering the volume from that. So yeah, I'm very excited to see like going back to this footage and seeing like how I sound, because like I know like I was kind of talking like this, and like, hello, my name is Mark DeLeon, and this is day whatever. And it's like, I know I'm talking so low, and I'm like being super self-conscious about it, and it's like, I just need to film this today. Like I think I said this before, like I was gonna film myself talking to a good friend of mine today, because we're filming our podcast that we've been talking about for literally years, and now we're finally starting it tonight. And I think I will still film myself recording that podcast, and just to kind of see like how comfortable I am. But like I feel like now, like that I'm talking at this moment to the camera, I feel like this is how I should normally speak. I just really got to get over the fact that, like, you know, like my wife may hear me in the bedroom, and it all comes down to me. Like I just have this like fear of like being judged, and it's just like, oh, this is like such a silly thing. But I just got to change the mindset, because I know like this is a skill that I'm developing, and moving forward, like I want to make more content and feel confident about the stuff that I'm talking about, and feel comfortable about the software that I'm using. And yeah, just like, I can't believe I'm in day 10. Like, I was just this nervous guy that was like, I shot a video on my phone, and it was just like, it's like, what are you doing? Don't do this. Like, all the negative thinking was just really coming through, and it's just like, and now I'm here, day 10, and I'm like, I was working on something, and I was like, you know what, like, I should film this now because it's a great opportunity. So yeah, so that's, I got 30 seconds left. I want to thank my past self 10 days ago for doing this, and I want to congratulate my future self for continuing to do this, to keep making videos, to keep being better, to better myself, and to gain these skills. So that's 10 minutes and a little bit of a weird intro there. So yeah, so that's day 10. I'm looking forward to look back at this, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.